Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And many of you guys that are getting puppies, just got a puppy, might be struggling with similar things to this. Puppy biting. It can be incredibly frustrating, but it doesn't need to be, and it can be addressed pretty quickly with calm, consistent leadership from a loving place. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today with my mate Aussie Bobs. So the first most important thing when it comes to puppy biting is finding ways to let your puppy know exactly what it is that you do want them to chew. So make sure you have appropriate chew toys available all the time. And when they're in modes like this, where they're desperate to play, especially when the teething comes in and their teeth starts to hurt, if they do start to chew on the wrong things, aka you, we can let them know, and then simply redirect them to what it is that we do want them to chew. When they get the hang of it, we can reward them with chewing it. And it really is that simple. It seems silly, but consistency is key when it comes to the initial teaching of what it is that you do want from your puppy. Now, then the question naturally comes, what happens when they do make the mistakes? And that's where we have to talk about setting your dogs up for success. If you're constantly waiting for your puppy to fail, you're going to be constantly correcting them or letting them get away with things that you don't want them to do. So again, when it comes to puppy biting, not only is it important that we teach them what it is that we do want them to chew, but we set them up for success by giving them opportunities to do that, making sure that we're engaging with them in sessions like this. We're not training, we're simply having fun. We're engaging with each other, we're playing in the game of chew, and by me engaging in this game, it's helping him understand that this is what I want you to chew, and I'm giving you plenty of opportunities to do that. Now we get into the world of what happens if they do make the wrong decision. Now, as a canine behaviourist, and many of you that have followed many of my videos, you've seen me working with large, powerful breeds and some quite dramatic behavioural situations. And sometimes that might require correction work. Now, I do believe that it is important, even with puppies, that not only do we teach them what we do want, which is what we were just talking about, in terms of letting them know what it is that we do want them to chew, and then setting them up for success to be able to do that, but when they do start making the wrong decision, like chewing on the back of my shirt, wherever my mate's gone here, or chewing onto me, we have to find an ability to say, hey, I don't want you to do this. And that's where the correction comes in. Now, for a puppy, I always like to do what we call an empowered verbal correction. And that is where I've gone from nice, jovial tone of voice, and when he makes those wrong decisions, waiting for calm, and these things always take time. Patient, there we go, good boy. And as soon as we get a more desirable behaviour, we can go back to the fun work. Yeah, good boy. As long as we're rewarding when they're chewing the right things, over those first few weeks, they'll start to understand when I'm chewing the right things, playtime happens and I get physical praise, and we could even put food work in if we wanted to. So that desirable behaviour is going to happen more frequently. But when he makes the decision of chewing on me or making the wrong decision, then my tone of voice changes. I suddenly become quite stern and my body language changes. So and the game goes away until, yeah, good boy, you start making better decisions. And then we redirect to the behaviour that we do want. Now, if this behaviour was still happening at 14 weeks, 16 weeks, 18, 20 weeks of age, then we might start adding in a few verbal corrections, pairing with physical corrections. And we've got videos on how I do that with a slightly older puppy, and we'll link that around this video for you to go and watch. But when it comes to puppy biting with tiny little puppies, like my mate Aussie Bobs, patience is key, kindness is key, communicating to them what you do want is key, and setting them up for success. When it comes to if we need corrections in the future, we want to use them as little as possible. And when we use them, for them to carry weight and for them to mean something. If from 8 weeks of old, as soon as you're bringing your puppy in, you're constantly physically correcting them all the time, we water that correction down. We make that correction mean less, and we also can hamper our relationship. With Aussie Bobs here, I want it to be built on fun. I want to start building in rules, boundaries and expectations and letting him know what is acceptable and what isn't. But we want to focus as much as possible on setting him up for success. So guys, if you're struggling with puppy biting, remember that you're not alone. Absolutely every single dog and every single dog owner is going to go through this, but with calm, consistent leadership, a consistent approach to helping set them up for success, and then building up that principle of being able to communicate to them when they're doing the wrong thing, but from a place of kindness, empathy, love and patience, you will absolutely get through this period, just like my mate Aussie Bobs will get through this period. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you click like, subscribe if you are new here, because we'll see you on the next episode here on Will Atherton Canine Training.